of others. Didn't do them all on stream though. So yesterday we had Cryptid. That was quite an elaborate one. That one took me, I think, 6.5 hours to finish, just because of all the, planning the whole composition and everything, and I was slow. So, and then this one was Magician. She's very funny and cool. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you think that. This one is Yoke. So she is the Amiona, which is like an evil rain deity in Japanese culture. So I'm really, really happy with the rendering of her, how she came out. And so, some of my work I do a little bit more rough and some of them a little bit more refined. And it's just two different styles that I sort of switch up between. But yeah, I'm very happy with how she came out, and I'm looking forward to do a watercolor painting of her very soon. OTD, wow, very detailed rabbits. Oh, thank you. I really love drawing rabbits. They're one of my favorite things. This one was, what was it again? Oh yeah, fur. So I had to do the prompt fur, and I didn't want to do something that was just normal. So I went with, something unexpected and something that you don't normally see. So I decided to make her tongue furry. It's hard to see, but on Instagram you can see it a little bit better. And so she has a little bit of a furry tongue over there. But yeah, I loved doing that one so much. And this one, I think this one was really popular, probably because it has bunnies. People tend to really like bunnies. So yeah, she actually, the prompt for this one was apothecary. And so the idea is she's trying to find a cure for the plague, but instead she's a bit of a fraud and she just spends all her time concocting ghost bunny medium. So she's concocted bubble bunny medium essentially. She hasn't managed to, create ghost bunnies, but she could get bubble bunnies to work. This one was Samara from The Ring. You can see her a little bit closer. Had to spend a lot of time on the puddle and just getting the raindrops dripping from her, or the water dripping from her. Yeah, really loved doing her. She was a lot of fun. And it was my first time doing Samara as well. This one was Frankenstein. You can see little Frankenstein, and he's the little boy Frankenstein, and I wanted to do a little bit of a play on him being adorable and also, trying to be scary at the same time. OTD for you. Oh, Samara, I know this movie Popcorn has. Is that popcorn? What is that emoji? Sorry, I'm a bit confused. But yeah, it's a really cool movie. I want to see it again. I've watched all of them, and yeah, if I could erase it from my mind and watch them all over again, I would do that all over. I love that movie. This is my little goblin girl. So it's hard to see her from that angle, so I'm trying to do that. There we go. But yeah, I tried for her. I wanted to do a composition was a little bit, different from my other ones. So yeah, I tried to play around with very an ordinary composition, and this is actually my favorite kind of frog. I love frogs that are just fat and round, and if you follow Toby the Toad on Instagram, you're totally my friend, because yeah, his pictures are so adorable. OTD, love your portraits and style. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. I'm glad you like it. This drawing I wasn't that happy with. I just found that the rendering was a little bit less interesting, I guess. I do like that, you know, I did a bit of a background and played with some coloured pencils, but I just find that, you know, my other drawings looked a lot better. So this prompt was extraterrestrial, which is every Drawlloween, it's one of my favourite things to do. So it's obviously inspired by the baby alien in Men in Black, the one that pukes on Will Smith, which is one of my favourite alien renders ever. I just love his little tentacles, and you know, obviously I did the head a little bit different, giving it, you know, a little bit of tentacles on the hair as well. But yeah, I really love that. So it's got a little bit of a, if you can see here, a little bit of a rattle. That's like an alien spaceship as well. But yeah, no, this was a lot of fun. The cop was a pain to draw. It was crazy. OTD, have you got Instagram? Yes, I do. I'd love if you followed me. That would be great. It should be in my, are you viewing this on desktop, or are you viewing this on mobile? Because it should be in my about section, or if you just scroll up in the chat, the link should be in the chat as well. I can repost that actually. Hang on. There we go. So those are all my social links, and those should point you in the right direction. You just click on Instagram on there, that should get you there. This was my Pukwudgie. So this one was really tricky because I had no idea what Pukwudgies look like, and they ended up, for the most part, people drew them a lot like goblins, but I didn't really like that. I wanted to have my Pukwudgie look a bit more like an animal. In hindsight, I watched the movie Maleficent, and there was actually this creature that looked, you know, quite dwarf-sized and had, you know, spikes like an echidna, and looked a little bit like a goblin. And I'm pretty sure the idea was that it was a Pukwudgie, and I really love how they did that one. But yeah, I'm very happy with how mine came out, and it is what I sort of envisioned it to look like. So Pukwudgies enjoy luring people into traps. I posted a little story on my Instagram of this one. And yeah, he's obviously poisoning people. They also enjoy playing with fire. So he's trying to lure people into his trap, which is really awesome. So I like them. This is probably my Drawlloween sketch that I'm most happy with, just because I'm really happy with the rendering, the composition of this one as well. I did spend a lot of time rendering this one up, so I guess that does show. So she's got her Jabberwocky knife down the bottom, a couple of cards, and she's just really surprised as she's falling down. So the prompt for that day was poison. And this one was my drawing that I did right before surgery. And so the prompt was grave, and I did a rendition of Snow White, and just instead of dwarves having, you know, just lots of different animals, taking her from her grave and releasing her. So yeah, I've got quite the array of different creatures over there. But yeah, they're much more visible on Instagram. They don't show up very well on my camera. And the other prompt before that was skeleton. So yeah, I did this little skeleton watering her own grave, and the idea is she was told that if she waters her own grave every day, that she could come back to life. But instead, the only thing that's happened is the garden started growing inside of her. So it hasn't quite worked out the way she planned, but you know, she at least looks pretty and a little bit more alive than she did before. So there's that. But yeah, I loved doing her a lot and I can't wait to colour her in. So all these drawings are going to be coloured in on stream in the next month or so. I just need to figure out how I'm going to do that, and yeah, just which mediums I'm going to be doing them in. But yeah, I'm very, very excited. And then we'll have prints, so yeah, I can't wait for that. This one was Medusa. So it was my first time ever doing one, and yeah, she's having a bad hair day, and so she's got her brush over here and she's trying to keep them all tamed up, but it's not quite working out for her. So she'll have to try a little bit harder. This was I think this was Marionette, if I remember correctly. Oh no, this was Bat. No, it was Vampire. This prompt was Vampire, yes. So I did a little vampire girl playing with her little bat marionette, so you can have a look at him over there. He's super tiny. She's got her little tiny cute vampire teeth that I'm super jealous of, but yeah, I like that one. This was my little witch that I drew. So the prompt for this day was actually familiar. So I gave her her favourite little familiar piggy. The only spell she can successfully execute is making her piglet appear. But now she's sort of moved on from that. So she's learned how to make him fly, and so you can see him happily flying over here. There we go. Yeah, I love doing them too. So I was really happy with how she looked, a lot like how I rendered her last year, so I was trying to keep her very consistent. This was also her, but I feel like the face was just that little bit not, you know, not similar enough to how I did her last year, so it was just a little bit off. But yeah, it's once again, it's her flying with her little piglet, and he's stolen her stick, well, her wand. But yeah, I really love doing them. So that prompt was Witch. And then this one was Changeling. And so a Changeling is when a fairy replaces a human baby with a fairy baby. And so that's where she's got the 4 different arms. She's, you know, obviously trying to assimilate into human society, and she's found a way to do that by living in a circus. So she's learned how to juggle really well, which is awesome for her. But yeah. This is another one of my drawings that I was very happy with how it came out. It's a little pumpkin couple, and she is trying to show him that getting out of his hole can be actually a lot better than it seems to be, because he's really trying to see the world for what it could be. He's a bit stuck in the dumps. And so she's trying to help him out of that. And yeah, once he discovers that, so she's realizing she needs a little bit of a push. But yeah, that prompt was pumpkin. I always love drawing my pumpkins, so yeah. This one was the first prompt of Drawlloween, and it was werewolf, and I guess you can tell just based on how I rendered it and everything that it was the first drawing, because there's a couple of things that I would do differently if I could do it all over. But yeah, that's all of them. So obviously I have the rest of my sketchbook, but those are all the Drawlloween sketches that we've done. So a whole month full of drawings. Really happy about that. But yeah, now we are on to Winged Puppet. So yeah, got to finish her up for today, because tomorrow we have to do my little bat squatch. So yeah, it's gonna be so cool to see them all done and finished. I'm so excited.